Hi grade 2 families, it's Miss Jackson here again. So this week one of your activities that you can do is a math game called War. A lot of families have probably played this before, but if you haven't, I'm going to run you through the rules. If you have played it before, I'm going to show you a couple of different ways that you can make it a bit harder for your child so they get to use more of their math skills. So first off, teach your child how to shuffle a deck of cards. That's a skill that most of them do not have at this point and would be very beneficial for them. So you can teach them how to do that, and then how to split the deck in half. You can, of course, split the deck in half lots of different ways. You can go back and forth and make each pile the same. Or what I generally do with a game that doesn't matter too much is I just put the piles together, I match them up. If they feel like they're about the same, that's good enough for me. So we have our roughly equal decks here. So each player will start by flipping over a card, and they're looking at the two cards that they have, so a 5 and a 9, and they have to figure out which number is bigger. So in this case, the 9 is bigger, which means that the person with the 9 gets both cards. So then we go again, and we have a jack and an 8. For beginners, I would suggest pulling out the jack, queen, king, and then having it just be ace through 10, where ace is equal to 1. This just helps with our basic numbers from 1 to 10. Once they know numbers 1 to 10, you could make it trickier by saying that a jack is 11, a queen is 12, and king is worth 13. But just see where your child's at and how they are doing before you make that decision. If you wanted to keep jack, queen, king in the deck, but make it a little bit more simple, you could say that jack, queen, king are all worth 10, so they're all equal. So right now I'm just going to play where jack, queen, king are all worth 10, ace is worth 1, and I'll leave it at that. So we have a 10 and an 8. I know 10 is bigger, which means the cards both go to this person here. And then we go through the next one, a 1 and a 3. Now, if your child is still figuring out number order, which is a big reason that we play this game, they might have to go 1, 2, 3. Oh, 3 is bigger. If you notice that they're really working to make that difference and figure out which card is bigger, that means that this is the perfect game for you to be playing and one that they really need to work on. If they're figuring it out really quickly though, so they go 5, 8, oh, 8's bigger, mine. That means that you're ready to move on to a more difficult level. So the more difficult level is where you have 2 cards that are played. So each person plays 2 cards. They have to add their cards together and figure out what their total is, and you're playing with those totals. So 4 plus 1 is 5, so this player has 5 points. And 10 and 6 is 16, so this person has 16 points. 16 is bigger than 5, which means this person gets all 4 cards. And then you go again. We have 9 plus 9 doubles, 18, and 6 and 10, 16. So this person here would get all of the cards. And we would go again. So 10 and 1 is 11, 4 and 9 is 13. So this person would get all the cards. Now, if you get the same thing, so both people flip their card over and it's 10, that means that you're going to just play again. So you'll put another card on top. We have 10 and 7. Now this person gets all 4 cards because the 10 was bigger. And that is basically it. Once you finish playing that round, so all these cards are used up and are now in the separate decks, you could just try continuing to play. So flip your cards over and then you just play again and carry it on. If you do have any questions about this game, let us know. If you play it by different rules in your family and you'd rather use those rules, that's completely fine too. I really do encourage you though to try the 2 cards and flipping those over and counting those up, because that addition and then comparing those 2 numbers is a really good skill, especially in grade 2.